go.
Hey. How's your how are you doing today?
It's a Monday evening in London. How about you?
Doing pretty well.
I think your stream blocked or mine. What's
Yeah, it's like
uh,
I see yours is locked and you see mine is locked, I think. Hmm.
let's
Let me
see.
try stopping
I'm
it and
not
restarting
hearing
it.
you. Are you hearing me?
I am.
One,
Let
two,
me
one, two. Try this.
Hey. How's it going?
Hello. How about you? All good?
Pretty good. Just as I was saying before we started recording, just recovering from Sundance after a week of volunteering and seeing way too many movies.
Yeah, 40 hours a day. Right? Oh, a week.
Yeah.
40 hours a
Um
day would be much.
the nice part is that I think I probably saw like 10 movies or eight, maybe eight movies while I was volunteering. So I was able to just like sneak into the back and stamp people's hands as they were coming in and going out of the theater and watch some movies, which was fun.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I've been to see the Fablemans over the weekend, and I haven't.
Mm.
Did you see it, by the way? I'm not gonna give you any spoilers.
No, I know the premise, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, I'll just say that. Really good movie.
Every year we do like a Oscars party and we print out like ballots for people to guess and keep track of like how people are doing, kind of like a fantasy football league for the Oscars, basically.
That's nice. Like just a bunch of you and your friends. Is it like the guessing game where you have to something on your forehead and just guess the movie or something like that? Or
Like there's like the every year right Valley Fair Variety Fairs, one of the big magazines has like a like here's the best picture and here are the options and you like check off which one you think it's going to be, and then
okay,
so
I
we all
gotcha.
do that beforehand, like
Oh,
make our
nice
predictions.
game, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Who's getting better scores? Your Maryland.
uh I think I've won most years, but Marilyn won last year, and so she's the reigning champion.
That's nice. That's cool. Great.
What have you
And
been up to?
well, just chilling, taking it easy. Also, trying to work on as much stuff. Sorry, there's an ambulance right behind me. Yeah, trying to work on some stuff for hardcover, trying to work on some stuff for other projects. Yeah, started the year strong, so yeah, it's been pretty good. January is always so long, isn't it? I don't know. Am I the only one feeling it's pretty long, or
Yeah, it's felt like a lot going on in a month, but I think I kind of also jumped between projects, like, and it makes it hard to get like really deep in like jumping between things. So
yeah,
yeah, kind of looking forward to it being over and then jumping more deep into one thing.
yeah, exactly. I think it's kind of like a prep month for like the whole year, where you're kind of like establishing stuff where everything goes. That's why maybe it seems like it's so long. But then we'll have February, and usually it'll pass like not that we want to. Nice.
Are you the kind of person who makes like New Year's resolutions or that kind of thing?
I got a couple. I got a couple. Reading more is one of my New Year's resolution, and so far it's been going good. I've seen that Warren Buffett tweets where it kind of like goes, the usual everything compounds, and it was like 50 pages a day amount to whatever hundreds, yeah, thousands at the end of the year. So yeah, I'm trying to stick to that, the Warren Buffett diet. Yeah. How about you? How are your New Year's resolutions going so far?
uh, some of them better than others, but yeah, I think for me, one of the ones that I've been trying to do is like in the morning, not spend time on any kind of social media or
Good
news and
one.
kind of just wake up with like reading in the morning and I feel like
Mm.
I'm better at that on days when I'm not like volunteering or going out and if it's not a very active day, if I'm able to like kind of ease into the day and not
Yeah,
like, okay, at this time I got to get out the door anyways. And but yeah, that's been a nice way to start the days.
yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. I've seen. I think it's on many people's lists together with reading more. Uh, so yeah, I mean, takes a lot of energy with all the stuff going on nowadays. To just keep away from it, but pays off, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I'll often get sucked into like reading the New York Times or like reading current news. And uh, I I left Twitter a couple months ago, but I'm still like reading news on Mastodon now. So it's really just you know there's going to be people that are passionate on whatever platform you're on.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I was about to ask if it's not like the same, like if it doesn't even as on Twitter, because kind of seems like the same, dynamics of the whole thing. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it?
I I think I've really only seen people who are like uh, maybe outraged in the same way as I am. While on Twitter, there might be people who are outraged in many different ways.
In all the ways. Yeah.
Yeah, whether that's good or bad to be determined, but
Yeah.
it's a nice group of people on Mastodon, so that's been very nice
That's
at least.
cool. Yeah, that at least it keeps on a certain
Yeah,
subject. Yeah,
exactly.
I've gotten used to all the rage. It's just I try to take it in a funny way.
It's like Bane, like I was born in the rage.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
get used to it. Yeah. Nice. Should we jump in our daily weekly thing that we're
yeah,
working on for hardcover? I got some
sounds
nice.
good.
I had two with Nigmatilium and one with Leisure. There for context, two of our early users who stuck by us. So yeah, it was really interesting to hear what they had to say about our whole journey. Being able to see it since the early days, which is 2021, not that far long ago, but that far long ago. So yeah.
Nice. Any takeaways that kind of stuck with you?
Uh yeah. I mean, generally, I had a set of questions about what we're working on, about the new book tracking, about the tags and genres, and about the new book reviews, but also about hardcover in general and what they actually use it for, and how they use other book apps. And I think what was surprising to me is how different the habits were and the opinions on what we were building between the two calls. And I think it's a great lesson on how to get information from the people who are seeing us build, and how we make those decisions, even when there's things that are oh, sorry, I think my TV went on. When there are things that are in contradiction, related to what people think of what we're building. So somebody might say, "Oh, I really love that," and then you have somebody who says, "Oh no, that thing never, like, in a million years,"
Mm,
and you're like,
yeah,
"Okay, what are we supposed to do in this case?" So yeah.
yeah. That's something that I've noticed too, especially for like the like progress tracking and like how people like what touch points people have when they're tracking what they read. Because some
Mm-hmm.
people just want to track like what they want to read and then what they've read, and
Mm-hmm.
some people want to track what they want to read and then they want to say like I'm currently reading this and then I've read it. And other people want to go a step farther and say I'm currently reading this and then they want to say I'm 5% done, I'm 10% done, I'm 20% done, I'm done. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a variety of touch points from like read to like basically an unlimited amount.
Yeah, exactly. That's like our current dilemma, and that's exactly the feedback I got on the calls, which were like great, and I got a lot of really useful feedback. But for instance, in one of the calls, I'm not gonna name who. They were using an app while they were reading, and so yeah, the two cases: doing stuff while you're reading with the use of an app, or doing stuff exclusively after you're reading, and every moment in between. So yeah, it's interesting how we get that, and to what we're building an actual into hardcover.
Yeah, much more research to do on that for sure.
Yeah,
But it sounds,
exactly.
but, uh, but yeah,
Should we
cool.
jump in the actual designs? And I think I left a few comments based on the calls in there. I can be a bit more specific
Yeah,
than, Yeah, cool, great.
yeah. I
Let
wanna.
me share.
Do you wanna share your screen and we'll go from there?
Yeah, of course. Let me
I'm gonna
share
try
my
this.
screen. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Okay, so can everyone see it? Meaning you, Adam.
Can yes.
Okay. Uh,
And
okay.
I'll probably just open Figma on my own too. Okay.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. So the first question I asked was just seeing this. What was the initial impression? We talked about this being probably having a lot of actions in this drawer. So I think what I wanted to like confirm is that readers wouldn't get confused, and I got good feedback based on this. Um, Ligia mentioned having an option for owned books, and maybe we can start with that because just everyone for context, maybe we should do that intro, right, Adam, to tell everyone what it actually is.
Like what this drawer is. Like
Yeah, what we're working on.
yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, want me to give a quick overview on that?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So across hardcover, whenever you're interacting with a book, you might be like saving it for later or kind of setting your status on it, or perhaps managing lists for that book or metadata about the book, like your review, whether it's public or private. So that we've been, this has kind of been our way. We've been doing it since the start with what we initially called this book status button. We should probably just call it like the book button. But and the book button. And this book button is kind of a reader's way of interacting with the book in this experience, no matter where you see the book, whether it's in search, on the feed, on someone else's list. It's kind of like the unified way, so that you don't have to like go all the way to the book page to interact with the book. You can kind of do it from wherever you're seeing that book. And this drawer is kind of our more mobile friendly native way of doing that. And that's what we're iterating from, or iterating to, from our kind of drop down that we have right now. Does that kind of cover
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, definitely. So this is a big drawer, as you can see, and yeah, it's book button central. The book button is a really good name for it, Adam. By the way, uh, it's like our Facebook moment, when uh, the guy, what was the Napster guy, told Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
"Dub the is just Facebook." So this is the book button. The book button.
It's not
Everything
the
you
hardcover.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Not the hardcover. We had that debate as well. Remember the early days? It's so funny, how things come into, being through like that stream of little decisions. But anyway,
Hmm.
returning to the book button. So yeah, as you can see, lots of stuff going on here. Yeah, in one of the calls, Lija mentioned a way to mark the book as owned. So I'm assuming
Hmm.
that is after that was read, or if it's a book, yeah, that is. You click on one to read. Let's say you buy the book, or yeah, either in either whatever format, and yeah, then you want to mark it as zoned. And I was wondering, should that go anywhere in here, or should it go
Mm.
someplace else? That was a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's one that we actually import an owned boolean from, I think, Goodreads and Storygraph both. So we're already like storing whether or not they own a book in our database. But right now, one of the tricky um, books that people own are at the edition level, and this modal or this drawer is at the book level. So like we don't have a good way. Originally, we actually had a toggle up here at the top, which was like an owned or not, and either it was like
Hmm.
one or the other. But I got rid of that because it it doesn't show the specificity of what edition of the book you're owning. So if we did do something with book ownership, we would need to find a way to tie it to editions the same way we do for what books you've read.
Nice. So somewhere over here, I'm presuming, where you'd actually be able to mark, yeah, the edition, right?
Yeah, it would be some flow similar to this, but I don't think it would be related to a status like when you've read it, because it might just be a book that you got as a gift and it's just kind of sitting on your shelf, and you want
Yeah.
to have like a record that that book's on your shelf. And yeah, so it's a tricky problem.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that couldn't be done through. So let's say you want to like mimic your bookshelf on hardcover. Maybe that could be a list of owned books where you could add
Mm,
stuff. So just putting it out there, it's definitely something we don't have to look into right now. But maybe that I'm thinking, if I wanted to basically see my digital version of my library, that would basically be a list and a shelf view. So I could see like all the books stacked neatly in the shelf, and I could say, "Oh, look, this is just like the shelves I have at home." So yeah, I'm guessing that could be tied somehow, but
yeah,
I'm just noting it down for later on.
yeah. I think I was checking our like user roadmap, the one that people can like upvote features they want,
Mm-hmm.
because that's like I feel like once enough people request book ownership, that's one we'll probably have to focus some time on. But currently,
Mm. Yeah,
progress tracking for what you're currently reading is still like is still our number one. So I feel like we
yeah,
could continue on this, but with the ownership as something to think about for later.
yeah. That's a good call. Great. On to the next one then. Um, Somehow adding a book to a list got flagged as something that could be moved more up top. And yeah, I wanted to ask you if you'd see the need for that. And as a secondary question, the remove button, which basically removes a book from your library. So every interaction you had with it wouldn't appear in the feed. It wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't look like you read it. Should it sit on the same level as the status is, or should it be moved somewhere else entirely? What do you think? That's another thing
Yeah,
that popped up, and I wanted your opinion on this.
yeah, it does feel like it doesn't belong with all the other ones because the other ones are changing the status and that's deleting it altogether. I think one of the reasons why we didn't have it up there initially was because it could accidentally be clicked. But I feel like if
That's
we
true.
have it somewhere where like it at least like shows a confirmation when they click it, it'll solve that.
Yeah, I also thought about the confirmation, but being in this drawer type of experience, I'm thinking a confirmation on top of the drawer would be a bit weird. So maybe, I mean, I'm a fan of just putting it in a place where you can quickly remove your interactions. I sometimes did this on the app. I accidentally clicked the want to read button and I wanted that removed from everywhere. And
Mm.
I managed to do that. But having the remove button really handy so that I could quickly do that, like as quick as I miss tapped on the app, would be a thing, yeah, for me at least. Would you think that would be the case, or would you rather have the remove button somewhere with a confirmation to remove it?
I think it might like right now I think we only show a confirmation if you've done more than just mark it as want to read. Like if you've rated it, if you've written a review, I think
Hmm.
those are the two things. So maybe we only show a confirmation if you've done a little bit more than just marked it as want to read.
Okay, that sounds good.
That way, that
How about its
that way we're
position?
not like
Yeah.
yeah. That I feel like I like it at the top more for mobile because then like your thumb is so far away from that top area.
That's true. How about
Yeah.
making it less proeminent, and you know, you could see it, but it wouldn't stand out. I'm just worried that uh yeah, it would interfere. How about this?
Yeah. I think that looks good. And especially since I think the current book status button, um, we have to like have an X right there for like uh, exiting it. But for this, we don't really need that as much.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
wait,
that's
no, we don't
true.
really need that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that works.
Okay, we can leave it there for now, and if we get any better ideas as it settles, we can move it. I'm just gonna move this further down. By the way, I actually started implementing this and testing it with the actual drawer, and it works pretty nicely. I can show you.
Nice.
Where is it? Is it here? Ah, here we go. But let me do that for mobile.
Oh,
So,
I
hey,
think
this is how it's looking.
we're still seeing your oh no, there you
Oh,
go.
wait.
I just had my
Okay,
other
here we
tab
go.
up.
Oh,
Okay. Oh wait,
uh,
can you show it again? Ah, nice.
so here we go. It's yeah. Wait, I should load this again. It has a few glitches. I ask Eugene for help on some of those. Let me close this one, but yeah, the drawer works, and it shouldn't
Yeah.
scroll for once, and it should come over these the bottom navigation and the top navigation. But else, yeah, it's pretty good, and it works with tabs. So I'm
Nice.
gonna ask you and Eugene to check the library again to make sure it's pretty good. But yeah, if it was easy enough for me to implement it, I'm guessing it's pretty okay. But
Yeah.
just double check it.
Yeah. I'm wondering for like the desktop side, do you think we'll use the same thing or kind of stick towards like the button drop
Oh
down?
no. Yeah, that's gonna be a popover, and I'll basically make a version with all of these. Wait, I got it in Figma, so it's gonna be basically this, a smaller version of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah,
How does that look like?
I like that. One thing that I was thinking was uh, about okay. Yeah, I really like the border around it too. It like has a lot more definition than the current style.
Yeah, I had some inspiration from Letterbox. I wanted something, that makes it stand out, but it's a bit subtler than, just having it there.
Yeah. One one like thing that just came to mind as like a I don't know if this will make it better or worse. Like um whoa, not that. Whoa. Let me undo this.
Uh,
Okay. Pen
that's classic
tool.
Sigma. Yeah.
Yeah, like click the pen tool and then it starts from who knows where it goes like something like that where it's like uh,
Okay, where it has
pointing
an
back up.
actual, yeah, pointer. Let me make this the same. Whoop, it's got some border radius, and we don't want that. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can just do it like do.
well, I got the same amount of experience you do have as a coder for design. So here we go.
uh,
Well, yeah, it's gonna be without this border, but see, this is the one thing
yeah.
in Figma that's tough to make, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like
works.
without the bottom border.
Yeah, without the bottom
Yeah.
border, they don't support like shapes with just some edges. Hopefully, I think I even mentioned that on their Discord at some point where I got
I think
frustrated. But anyways, yeah,
I think like I've seen in a sketch like you can select the two of them and like do like the union of the two objects or something like that
yeah, you can do it with the
to
union.
create
You can
like
even duplicate the thingy and have it without the border. But yeah, it's a bit messier. I'd rather it just not have the bottom border. But yeah, anyway, this is how it would look like. Maybe if we put the remove down the bottom, in this case it would work better. So we just have these well, not that. Anyways, basically this. Let's do it the slow manual way. Sometimes you gotta do that. Da-da-dum. Just put this here. Here we go.
yeah.
Wow. With the right
And maybe we could
spacing, of
even
course.
maybe this line right here since genres oh no, I messed it up.
Oh,
There we go.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
Can always control Z.
Since lists and genres are kind of like sibling ideas, they could even
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
or or do you think they need a line between them?
No, I'm wondering over here, wouldn't genres and tags be actually more associated with writing a review? Because I was thinking the same
Mm.
thing you did for lists, but actually for write a review. But I'm not really that sure. Just asking.
Yeah, I see it as like writing a review is like your take on it, while lists and genres and tags and moods are kind of like taxonomy and organization for the book.
Yeah,
But
that's good
then again,
description.
they
Yeah.
all kind of but like the moment of interaction is kind of all the same. Like you might you might do all of these actions at once. You might rate a book, write a review, add it to a list, and then add some genres.
Yeah, but
But
I think that's good.
yeah,
Based on your explanation, that was a good one. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
just leave it at that,
this is looking
and
good.
let's remove this from this one as well. And yeah, it should maybe have a thing like this over here as well. Or actually, because you're going on a separate screen and you're not just yeah, that's about. I think it got
Mm.
left there when it was in the drawer, but right now we're making this go to another screen, right? So maybe it shouldn't be, if it's a button and not a thing that navigates to the same thing inside the drawer, should we have this arrow or should we just ditch it? But it would mean the same for writer review.
Uh,
Hmm?
I think, yeah, it's a good question. Like if it's or if it's like a screen that shows up on top of this, then I think the arrow makes sense because it's
Mm-hmm.
like tapping all the other ones, like tapping want to read, like that doesn't leave this button at all. That just uh, changes the state of the button. Same for like review or privacy, but like clicking on write a review, add to list, or genres and takes you to a different page. So
Okay.
I think it makes sense to keep the little arrow there.
Yeah, for all of them, right? I
It's kind of
mean,
like
if we keep it from one, for one, we should keep it for all of them, I'm guessing.
yeah, like whenever we leave
Yeah,
the screen.
yeah, red takes you here, and then clicking edit takes you here. So yeah, that makes sense. And genre
Mm-hmm.
syntax takes you here, and you got a back button, and actually takes you to the list dialog we have right now. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah,
this works.
I think that all makes sense. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Well, it looks the same over here. And yeah, I'll just make all of the things in here adapt to a bigger size, which is now the other way around. We gotta make them a bit smaller for desktop.
Yeah,
But yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
the same thing. Yeah.
For the rating part, I was wondering about how big that should be on mobile because that's I've been tracking a lot of things on Letterboxd this week and kind of getting used to their rating component, which has been
Mm-hmm.
good because it's like the rate. It's like it behaves like a slider, which is what we're talking about changing ours to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that width is going to be plenty for it.
Yeah, plus if we look over here, I think we can spread these out a bit more. So wait, where do I have the stars? Stars, stars, stars. Sorry, this is like, yeah, designer's coding. It's messy, but I think I can flex gap one. Let's see if I add a gap, if it makes it better. Oh no, it actually made it worse. Yeah, too. Ah, see? Yeah, actually on mobile, there's plenty of space apparently, much more than in my design. I don't know why. So, yeah, it kind of looks good. Not iPad mini. I was going for a really small one. Yeah, so this is how it looks
Mm,
on an iPad. So it should be plenty of room to move, but we can tweak it. We can even increase the gap so it's like even wider. And yeah, with the slider, it should be pretty okay to move the stars, right? So there's
yeah,
extra space, not like in my initial design over here. So I think we can play around with the size of the actual stars until we get it right.
sounds good. And yeah, it
Nice.
sounds like this is a good time to cut the the feature for like more like this or less like this,
Yeah,
like
I
the thumbs
think
up, thumbs down.
yeah, exactly. That's a really good one. But I had another idea. I was gonna talk about with with the whole team. With maybe it's that's gonna appear in the review process rather than. I mean, definitely we're ditching it over here, but maybe it can be part of the review process, or it can even be a prompt after you finish reading a book. But I'll show you what I
Hmm.
mean. I was actually thinking of something like uh, this, like just a popover, of course, with another subject. But after you mark a book as finished, just have this popover asking you, uh, do you want us to recommend more like this? So it can be a, a bump up specific book, so we can get a better match score. If it helps Mariana and Alicia actually get a better match score using that piece of info, which I'm guessing it does, right?
I think it does. I think the problem so far is that few people end up using it like in a way that is different from the rating. So
Yeah,
that's been one of the tricky parts. It's like rating as a whole doesn't tell you whether or not someone wants more books like that, but most people treat them the same. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm still on the fence on like will people actually use this to like really like say they love it.
yeah. True. Well, that's a right now we're removing it for this flow at least. So yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
nice. Uh,
I mean,
I think
like I think about like every platform's like been through like many iterations on this. Like YouTube had stars and went to thumbs up, and you know Netflix had ratings and then went to thumbs up and thumbs down.
yeah,
But they're very like recommendation focused, while for us people really want to know what their rating was for a book. Like that's the most important part.
yep, exactly. Yeah. I mean, people don't write reviews on Netflix, they write them on Letterboxd. So, yeah, that's like
Yeah.
I've been through Letterboxd's review system, by the way, and I think it's really cool. We can do it a bit cleaner, I'm thinking. They have like three drawers like opening up on top of each other. I was thinking that we could actually, I didn't find a way to do it, but maybe it's good homework for either you or Eugene. I'm trying to see if I can replicate the Apple transitions, where this, when you click on something, this actually moves a bit to the, so it gets pushed
Mm.
while
Hmm.
its transparency starts going down, and this one appears. So that's push out and push in interaction. I'm trying to see if so it's something like this to portray it. So it's this.
It's like a slide over.
Yeah, exactly. So when you click on, let's say, red, this would go like this. And it's a neat transition where
Mm.
this fades out and this comes in. Yeah, I was thinking about, I saw it's using React Router for some pages, but it shouldn't use it for this. I don't know. Maybe you can have a look into it, or I can ask Eugene to look into it. It's a cool transition,
Yeah.
and we can use it for other stuff as well. I'm
Yeah.
just this.
I
It's called
I think we
continuity.
could
Yeah.
I think we could even use the like headless UI transition elements that we're currently using for some transitions, and it'll just be like um, sliding to like left negative 100 and
Oh
from
yeah.
negative 100, and I think doing something like that might work.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about transitions. Okay, yeah, yeah, that'd be nice. And we also use framer motion, so it does if it doesn't work with that, we can also use that one. But yeah, yeah, if it works with the headless UI transitions, that'd be like super. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just pushing this out while opacity goes to zero, and I'm guessing this would be rendered at the same time, right? Though, so you'd get all the screens or not. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't
yeah,
matter. Yeah.
yeah. That would be a tricky part because like right now we kind of like just replace the screen. We're not like loading two of them and doing a transition.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It
I
would.
think it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth it because, for instance, if you click on red right here and this drop down, this drawer goes down and then it goes back up again, I think that's not like the ideal transition. If we do this nifty like thing where yeah, it slides and pushes the content over. Yeah, sorry, that was my description of it. The so yeah, maybe we can get that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Cool. Then let's jump to this one because this one was an interesting one. So on one of the calls, the feedback was that uh, all of the fields, it's better to have all of the fields on the same page, including this. On the other call, the separate steps for each, let's say, stage of writing a review. So actually writing the review, adding the links, and then adding the tags separately seemed like the more, let's say, uh, not risky way to add a review, mainly because we had that happen when people wrote reviews and they misclicked or they clicked somewhere else and
Mm.
or they tap somewhere else and the review was gone.
Uh,
So this
I
one
see.
seemed like better on one call, and this one seemed better for the same reason, weirdly, on the other call. So this is like one of those decisions where you get feedback which is uh, valid and really useful, but uh, for like doing things uh, very differently. So basically opposing things. So I don't know. How should we approach it? I mean, what are you a fan of?
Hmm.
If you're writing a review, would you rather split it into steps or like have it all on the same
Um, hmm.
screen?
I think I think like I as a user would probably like 90% of the time only use the first tab of stuff. Like I might not like I wouldn't I don't have like a blog, so I wouldn't be in the second one. And if the review date defaulted to the date that I was writing it, I wouldn't need to set that in the first place. And I probably would only add tags if like this book didn't have any already. Like if I was the first person reading it and I'm doing something. But
Mm.
I think we want people to like just click on a couple tabs. Like ideally, we want them to say like, "Yep, I agree. This book's sci-fi. Yep, I agree. This book's like
Mm-hmm.
emotional or adventure."
Yeah, by the
So
way,
I could
this
even
feature,
see
yeah.
that. I could even see like that. mm, yeah, yeah. It's a hard one. I'm not. I'm still.
Yeah, tough dilemma. Where I kind of like this one. See, my only observation with it is that tabs aren't like associated with steps. So tabs aren't like something you'd use in UI in general. We could use a stepper, so we'd have like
Mm,
review and then links and then tags as steps. So it would be like step one, step two, step three. Uh, but I'm wondering if we go for this. I don't know. We did it annoy you as a user to actually click uh, the button 2 times to be able to publish the review?
Yeah, that's what I'd worry about too. Um, I think it would be a lot of work. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, if you're writing a review, you're likely already like doing a lot of work. Like these other two pages are going to be very little work compared to the act of writing a
This
review.
one. Yeah.
Like because you're already committing to like that part. So these other two screens will like fly by.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Okay. I like this because it offers you a way to navigate between these. Let's say you want to add something to the review, just click this. And even though it's a tab, so it's not like a stepper, step one, step two, step three, yeah, it allows you that navigation. And another thing that got highlighted during the interviews was if we were able to autosave this, and if it was autosaved, how do we actually like show that? So my first question
mhm.
is like, from a coding perspective, could we autosave it like every, I don't know, 15 seconds or something like that? Or would that
Yeah,
be
that would be easy to do. We could probably just like uh, do a debounce on key up and like or and not even a debounce, just a throttle on key up and save every 15 seconds when there's been activity.
okay? So that's actually doable,
And
right?
that would be easy. Yeah, that would be really easy.
Okay,
I think
okay.
one of the difficult parts might be like we create an activity in their feed about their review, and so potentially people would see their activity in their feed with an incomplete review, um, which if they were past the first paragraph, we only show about the first like 140 characters in the activity.
True,
But
yeah.
maybe we don't autosave until they've hit like 140 characters, and then we start autosaving. That way,
Yeah,
what's in the
that sounds
activity feed doesn't change.
okay. So would there be any way of auto saving it without it being published? That wouldn't be uh, like an option, right?
Hmm. That that one would be harder because we don't have a concept of an unpublished review.
Oh, okay. So basically, when you're auto saving it, it actually creates that review and it just gets updated as you're writing it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's great. At least it's auto saved. Um, I asked about the save button because we had this save and next dilemma last time, and one of the calls I got suggested that we replace it with actually the publish on the uh, actual review. So that's why I asked. What do you think about that? I thought it was a pretty
Hmm.
good idea, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Because the first time you're writing a review, you want to know like this is going out. But then if you're editing a review, then the terminology changes from publish to like update, to use a
Hmm.
WordPress terminology.
Oh yeah,
Uh, so maybe it's like publish the first time they write their review, and then like update when they update it.
yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
that could work. So this is instead of save because save that was the problem. It actually I was told that it actually creates the impression that it's not saved before that. So you just save it, but you're not like really
Mm.
sure if the review has gone through. So publish is a bit more final, I guess. So yeah, it kind of made more sense. That's why I think I like the idea. So we can use the publish update uh, like yeah, option for those buttons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or another option is that we don't auto save it to the database. We auto save it in um, local storage, and then we don't actually like push it until they click publish. That way, it's like if they refresh the page, they would still get their review. That would be
Okay.
another way of doing it.
Would that be easier or
And that
yeah?
I think it would be about the same. But in that case, publish is actually publishing it. Like it's not going out to the world until they click publish. So that way there's not that accidental thing where we're actually saving it and not telling them we saved it, or publishing it and not telling them we published, I guess.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good option. I mean, if it's like the same, yeah, we could do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We
Or
can get
maybe
yeah.
yeah. Or maybe like for writing it initially, we could do that. And then for updating it, we save it to the database. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just always saving it to the database is the better way to go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've got at least two good options, so that's good. We can just leave
Yeah.
it at that. Question. So this is my final one on reviews. Um, Without this border, like here, or with this border. So let me just do that over here as well. So this is without it.
Oh wait. Okay. Okay.
So it's more like you're editing, I don't know, Google Doc. And let me undo. This is with the border.
I think I like it a lot more with the border.
Okay. Yeah, it gives it a bit more structure, doesn't it?
Yeah. It makes it feel like it's a like this is the area I write in rather than kind of it feels more like a review. I'm reading a review that's already been written when there's no border.
True. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll just leave it with the border. And I let's have a final call on this. Should we uh keep this separate step and so that I can replicate it on desktop, or do it the other way around? Should we keep this separate step flow, or should we have everything, including tags, right on this?
Uh, I think I like it in the separate steps.
Separate steps. Okay, I am good with that. So let me replace this with the actual like final thing with the border. Ta-da. So something kind of like this, right? And this would be
Yeah.
publish.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm happy
Um,
with this as well. And they're really nice. I
yeah.
think we're gonna have the easiest way to, or the most pleasant way to add a review. It also includes tags. This, by the way, was a feature that was really appreciated. So, if we can suggest as many tags that people associated with that book, so if other readers for this book that you're either reviewing or tagging associated it with horror or young adult, in the calls this got like really praised, like something that makes it easier to tag books, moods,
Nice.
or content warnings. So yeah, I think here I even asked if seeing this, would you like to see as many tags as possible or have them limited to a certain amount of tags? And the answer was definitely like as many as possible. So I kind of got from that it's pretty wanted interaction to just like have that idea of what other people associated with it. So yeah.
Nice.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
pretty good.
And and then for that one, for the tags, so this is setting like the genres for it. I'm wondering how we could enable people to like also set like the moods for it or like other kinds of tags,
Good
which is a
question.
harder.
Yeah, yeah. Would it be possible in this actual step in the review to actually show them mingled up? So you'd have genres and moods and tags, like the most popular tags, or would that be messy?
Yeah, we could. One thing we do right now in the style that we use for tags and moods um, is like we have the idea of like let me share a link with you where like let me share a link in the chat here, and if you want to open it up,
Where's the
um,
chat? Let me see. Hup. Ah, here we go.
if this works.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could have like genres and moods on that first tab or on the table view, like where genres are in like a different color than moods, so it makes it more striking the difference between what's a genre and what's a mood.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean we can keep this. If we can do that thing where we associate, at least for genres, a different icon, and yeah, for moods, just keep
Yeah,
them like
yeah,
they are now.
I love the custom icons.
Nice. Yeah, we can have a pass at the most because there's not like infinite genres. You can like maybe we can pick icons for the top. I don't know, 30, 40.
Yeah,
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 nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
over like 90%,
Yeah, exactly.
and it would make this a lot more fun too. Like
Yeah,
seeing a
yeah,
little
that's gonna
alien next
be
to an alien, seeing a yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be good. And we also are
So yeah,
prepping it up if we're ever gonna do badges, I guess, for the like
yeah.
genre associations. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let me
So
move
we could
back
like
here.
kind of
Yeah.
mix them together and show like um, top genres and moods all together, and then
Mm-hmm.
when you search, we would probably need to show like whether a search result is a genre or a mood if we had them together.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I mean now in search, yeah, they appear pretty different. Let me see if I have them saved over here. Nope, not over here. I think I actually deleted that one. Anyways, yeah, maybe just by differentiating the icon on this list, sorry, where they drop down, just having different icons for tags, moods. I mean, I'm guessing most of them will be self-explanatory, and I think if we have the most popular ones here, I think this is gonna become the easier way to add tags, and this tags genres and moods, and this one would be just in case you don't see like any popular tags in here, if you
Yeah,
are really like differently opinionated, or what's it called, if you have like a really yeah, diverse
yeah.
like opinion of.
I think that sounds like a good way of doing it. So that way this would show like these we would show your genres, your moods, your tags, and they would be colored potentially differently if they're a
Yeah,
genre, a mood, or a tag. and then we would show like the popular ones for the book. And if there are none for the book already, we would show kind of the popular genres and moods from the app in general for people to just
Yeah,
click. And
push out.
and
Yeah.
if you searched, we would show um, we would show both genres and tag. We would show both genres and moods in the search results while making it clear which one's a genre and which one's a mood. But we would kind of
Yeah,
it's
maybe I should design that. Let me make a note of it. So, design actual drop down at me.
oh yeah, it's
Can I
true.
tag myself? Yeah, here we go. Can we
Yeah, I
customize
think
that drop down to a degree at least?
yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
yeah, we could have each row in the drop down behave or look differently depending on if it's a genre or a mood.
Nice. Can you also add the icons at the beginning,
Yeah,
or is it just
yeah,
text?
yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
think I mean
Okay.
right now we're using headless UI's select component, which is
Oh, okay.
really just like um, a div, so you can put anything in each option,
Nice. Okay. That's really good.
or not
Cool.
select. I think it's their auto. It's their combo box, which
Oh,
is
the
their
combo
auto
box.
complete
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, 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 yeah. I was thinking as well. Okay. Great. Perfect. Well, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah,
That says a lot to code, but once it will get out there, it's gonna be pretty nice. Oh, another one, the icon for the ebook, and this is the last one. You know, I
oh
had
yeah,
a chat on the Discord about what constitutes a proper ebook icon, and I don't know, should we put the EPUB? But I'm guessing that's like a really specific ebook format. We should go for a more like general one.
yeah. I I was watching that conversation with interest because I'm like, what are people gonna say for this? Um, like
So it was
the icon
between
that comes to
these.
mind for me is like almost like an iPad or a tablet.
Is it this one?
Like um, which one?
Wait.
Let me zoom in on that. Yeah, yeah, like that one. I feel like that one covers both iPad and Kindle and like other devices.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay with that one as well. So let's just keep it at that. You know,
Yeah.
it's okay. We're the founders. Sometimes we take these hard decisions, not like lightly, but yeah, we have to take them. Yeah, because there's no. I mean, I searched on Font Awesome, and there is no ebook icon. So if you search for ebook, just to like give everybody a glimpse into us,
Oh yeah.
duotone, and yeah, there's no
Yeah.
ebook here. It's just books.
If you search for Kindle, there's a couple of it just shows like the tablet. It's basically I think it's an alias for tablet if you search for Kindle.
Ah, okay. Ah, see, yeah, this is what we're using. We'll just leave it at that. See, decision made.
Oh yeah, they only have
Nice.
like 4 duotones.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the best one of them.
yeah, it's pretty good. Cool. Well, that was a
Cool.
good one. Yeah,
Yeah. Some I'm excited about this book button improvements. Like
yeah,
and I feel like there's enough space that when we eventually tackle something like book ownership, we'll still be able to find a way of doing it in here. Even I don't think it's going to mean like redoing anything we're doing today. I think we'll just be able to build on top of what we already have.
yeah, exactly. I think we build it like in such a way that if getting editions, I mean, this update is about editions. People will be able to choose their edition that they're reading, and for most readers that's like important. For me as well, I mean, some people go for that because they want to see the cover, the proper cover that they're reading. Some people want like more I don't know, in-depth details like the actual I don't know, content of the book or the information about the yeah. So it works on different levels, but you gotta track the edition, and that brings us, I guess, a step
Yeah.
closer to offering better book data. Uh, because I'm not sure what platform like really has all editions all lined up. At least this is like another important. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
And you bring up an interesting thing that we'll probably have to figure out in a future, which is like what cover we show to people when they're browsing. And it sounds like the cover that they've read makes the most sense because that's the one that they are, you know, most interested in, that they have an experience with. But what do we show if they've read multiple versions of it, like they read the audiobook and
Oh
physical
yeah,
book?
yeah.
So
One in the
hmm,
in one of the interviews because some people read and listen to an audiobook at the same time, and
hmm.
another layer to it, because there's like infinite layers to this. Uh yeah PSA to whoever's building a book platform, the rabbit hole goes like way 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 deep, uh as we found out. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool. This is like one of the finer details, and nailing it
yeah,
down is going to be really really
yeah.
good, strong,
Well,
nice. Well,
good call.
yeah,
Thanks for
till
yeah, thanks for doing that research too. I'm excited to like have that user input in these calls. That was awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really like revealing, and you find out so much about what you're building through this. Well, as well now. Yeah, great.
Cool.
Well,
Well, thanks, Stay. Have a good rest of your Monday night.
yeah, you too. Till next one. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye, then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.